I don't know if we're gonna get a countdown. What is going on, my friends? We are here. It is me, Ugly Kid Joe Cross, with the wonderful Kumino of the Wind, Kumino de Dawn, and the Bio Assassin hanging out at the bottom there. We are the stream team for the Showboys podcast, and we, like you, have just finished watching the Royal Rumble.
We
Personally,
have.
the Royal Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view of all time. I love it every year. My bucket list is to be able to go to the Royal Rumble one of these days. How do you guys, before we get into it, how do you guys feel about the Royal Rumble as a pay-per-view itself?
Royal Rumble as a pay-per-view itself, I feel like it ticked the boxes that it needed to tick that was set before it. So overall, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10.
In general, as WWE PLEs, Royal Rumble 7 out of 10.
Or just as in the Royal Rumble 2024?
The Royal Rumble 24.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess Rumble 24. I'm with you. That's like a 7 out of 10. As far as overall in WWE PLEs, I put it in top 4. There are only a few that really stick out in my mind, like obviously WrestleMania. I like Hell in the Cells when they have those. Those are always my favorite. And then SummerSlam. That one is always a fantastic one. Yeah. But Kumino, where do you put the Rumble as far as all overall,
Like
PLEs?
Is it one of your favorite? Like, I really enjoy this. It's my favorite pay-per-view of all time every year. I look forward to this more than WrestleMania.
For me, I would have to say it's number 3. Wow, Diamond Dallas Page is questioning Cody Rhodes from the audience. But the Rumble is number 3 for me in terms of just pay-per-views, PLEs, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, this was a very good one. There was not any matches. I mean, there was 2 matches besides the Royal Rumble, which was really weird. Usually they have usually 3 or 4 matches aside from the pay-per-view itself.
I was a little bit thrown off that it was a total of 4 on the card.
Yeah, we'll get into it also. I thought it was weird the way they spaced out the matches. Like, the match order was very confusing to me.
I have a theory about that. We'll get to that as we go.
All right.
You know what? I'm on your level. I'm on your level because I got a theory about it too.
All right. I do not have a tinfoil bucket hat. So let's just jump right in. Our first match of the night, they kicked it off with the Women's Royal Rumble.
I give this such high praise. I will say, to me, match of the night. This was a dope match.
Yeah, you know what? Anytime it comes to the Women's Rumble, the past few years, they've always knocked it out the park, put their best foot forward, and lived up to what the Rumble is supposed to be by giving you those surprise entrants, those return entrants, those moments of drama. So yeah, it was match of the night for me as well.
Yeah, I also have this marked as my match of the night.
All right.
To me, this felt like the old school Royal Rumbles where you had some good returns, but it wasn't like the legends just wasting space. Bingo. It wasn't. When somebody showed up, you were like, I'm glad this person's here, and they actually could stand a chance at making. Like, I was really surprised when Edge came back that Edge actually stayed. I thought he was just a Rumble entrant and then stuck around, but I'm really, the stories that were set up during this is wonderful. A lot of good stuff.
Look,
I was really happy.
I didn't know that they had people from TNA coming for the Rumble tonight. I was blown away.
Well, I heard rumblings of it because being on X and watching wrestling podcasts and stuff of that nature, like you get to hear all of the rumors.
I'm just
I
fine
even
if you said
seen
rumblings.
a fake leak of what the roster was supposed to be, in which none of those women were there. So, but it was still good to see Jordan Grace get that shine, man. Like you got Rick Steiner's son over in NXT. You bring Scott's daughter in with her title that she won, Naomi, to be in the Rumble. Like you get no better than that. It felt good to me.
Yeah, I really thought the commentators also did a very good job of pulling her, even though she's from TNA, into a WWE storyline with Naomi being there. Which, spoiler alert, number 2, we got to feel the glow once more. And Naomi, I don't know if she's back in the WWE, but she was for tonight.
And it was a long night for her.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, those tears was real. Like you said, I don't know if she's back for good, but I feel like if that had to be anything to sway her, that crowd pop did it, and she gonna go ahead and come on back home.
I'm hoping because, gosh, she's great, and I just think the bloodline needs a female member.
It depends on what they do with the bloodline, but that's a rabbit hole that we're not getting into right now.
Yeah.
All right. Any other returns or people in the match that you really enjoyed seeing? Because to me, that's what the Royal Rumble is all about: is throwing these people out, bringing the throwbacks, surprises.
I was really upset. I saw Bayley come out as early as she did at number 3. I thought they're lining her up. They're going to pull in the rest of Damage Control. They're going to run the gambit until it gets down to the final few, and then they're going to turn on her. And then that's when they're going to, drop the axe.
But, yeah, that's what I was thinking too, man.
We saw what happened to the Kabuki Warriors, which I was kind of relieved that they were both busted out at the same time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I was one thing that happened was his number was called, and R-Truth came running out to the ring.
I love it. Oh, I laughed in the ring hard.
And apparently he didn't realize that he was entering the Women's Royal Rumble.
You telling me those are women wrestlers?
Yeah, he's
those are women wrestlers. Yes, those are women wrestlers.
It's so funny. He came in there, he's like, "Where the men at?" And what I thought about was Blazing Saddles. He's like, "Where are all the white women at?"
Yeah.
He just said that, I just lost it.
Dude,
listen,
I love R-Truth.
R-Truth is a national treasure, man. We got to protect him.
Best part. Got to keep him around.
And so the match came down to, let's see, Jade Cargill, which came in there looking like a powerhouse. And
oh my God,
when I picked who I thought was going to win the match, I had completely forgotten about Jade Cargill. And I feel like they haven't been putting her on, so I would forget about her.
It's a smart play.
I mean, she's been at the Performance Center getting herself ready for, the WWE style of wrestling over there, as well as polishing up, really, because you can just tell from this Rumble match that she is way more polished than she was in AEW over here. I don't know who she's working with down there, but whoever it is, they've been doing a good job with her.
Yeah, and she came in at number 28.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 30 was Liv Morgan making her return.
In which I hate it for Liv, because Liv expected a pop. And like she got a little something, but not the pop that she was expecting. And that's the fault of just everybody having high expectations for AJ Lee's return.
Yep. Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
So it's nothing against Liv. Liv, we sorry. We all love you. It's just that we really wanted AJ. Like,
And to
you
drop
could
her
have
at
came
number
back.
30. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Exactly
you
like
could
you
have came
said,
back
man.
Monday.
Anybody who wasn't AJ Lee was going to face a lot of heat in that number 30 spot.
Yeah. And I'm just glad she didn't get booed.
Yeah.
Oh man, how would you feel like as a wrestler coming back from an actual injury to go, yeah, it's me, and they're like, yeah, you're not what we wanted. Sorry.
So yeah, it came down to Jade Cargill, Liv Morgan, and Bayley. Liv Morgan took out Jade Cargill, and then Bayley finished it off. So Bayley took it down. Very excited. We did a little bit of a ranking on who we thought was going to win. I threw 3 people out for the Rumbles because I don't like my 1 in 30 odds.
Mm-hmm.
So
wait, and how many did Kumino throw down?
Kumino threw out 3 also.
Oh no, you guys both threw out 3 for the Rumble of 30 people.
Yeah.
And Civ threw out 1 name. That one name being Bayley.
Oh, who is the baddest?
To be fair, I had Bayley, Becky, and Ronda Rousey return, which I almost knew wasn't happening after we won't get into that.
I wanted Rousey to come back, man.
Kumino had Becky, Bayley, and Bianca, triple Bs.
Yeah. Listen, when I seen you put Ronda, I was like, okay, I could tell you Ronda's not returning because of her ex post that she made about Vince and what was going on.
That's I seen that too, and I was like,
oh, I really got to stay in the politics to be up on the bet card on this, huh?
yeah, you definitely did. Yeah, I figured it wasn't a thing as well, but
I give it to all 3 of us because even though like you only put 1, like of course Civ, you would have the most if we was going to do points, but like we all figured Bayley in there somewhere.
I was so hoping for Bayley.
I really am so glad they gave it to her. She deserves this.
Yeah, she really does. She really does. The only reason that I put Becky first was because I felt like you wanted to nail home that she was a big threat to Rhea because I feel like it's going to be Becky versus Rhea at Rumble. I mean, not Rumble, Mania.
So, who do you think Bayley is going for then? You think Bayley is going for Io?
They're going to have to go for Io because for some odd reason, they're going to pull the hammer. Like, the one thing that I can appreciate about Io and the whole group, honestly, they do a great job of telling stories without having to do much. Like, just the expression on Io's face when she seen Bayley won told, like, oh my God, Bayley's trying to come after my title. Like, you could tell, like, she's going to have that paranoia and they're going to flip on Bayley and Bayley's going to go after Io. Triple H out here.
All right. Kumino's watching the press conference right now. So if there's any breaking news, you guys will hear it the same time we're hearing it. So,
all right.
Right.
All right.
Well, let me jump in this one. I really think that Bayley has to go for Rhea. The only way she's going for Io is if, like you said, they flip and turn on her. If they keep it cool, like they didn't do anything at the Rumble, Bayley is going to honor what she said, and she's going to go after Rhea. That way they hold all the gold.
Trust me, as much as everybody loves Damage Control, that would be awesome. But I can't see that happening. I feel like the storyline that they've invested in and they've been telling us is going to be the one that they go with. But
I know
if they do go for it,
I pray.
Right, we can keep our fingers crossed for it.
Yeah.
I also have a theory, but I'm not going to get into it because it's long and convoluted.
You guys can come and join the Discord if you want to talk to us about this, and we can give you our tinfoil theories on these things, man.
Yeah, head over to the Showboys Discord. We actually made a channel called What's Wrestling, which I can't stand, but I'm not going to complain because it's there.
Yeah.
All right. Our next match of the night was kind of a surprise to me, but you guys said you have theories about this. Was our Fatal 4-Way match, which is, I mean, we had no doubt who was going to win this match, but it was Roman Reigns versus the AJ Styles versus the LA Knight versus the RKO. I was kind of trying to start a chant that was LA AJ RKO, but nobody was chanting with me because I'm here by myself.
Oh yeah, that's kind of a hard one to even remember.
LA AJ RKO.
Lajrico.
Lajrico. Yeah.
We was in trance. We were just watching the show, man. That's how I kind of fell behind in the notes on this match.
This was easily the worst match of the night because there was only 4 matches, and you knew exactly who was going to win. There was no doubt, and when there's no disqualification,
yeah, you know exactly how the whole match is basically going to go.
Yes,
right. Because I mean, like the way that they did it, they had Randy come out first. Randy looking like $1,000,000. Then they did AJ, in which gotta admit his lone wolf style is great callback to his run in TNA when he did that. Then they had LA Knight, in which they took the time between LA Knight's entrance to give the Slim Jim the confirmation to everybody, like, no, Slim Jim's still with us. You guys don't have to worry about it.
Oh yeah.
It was like, okay, well, great that Slim Jim didn't go nowhere, but like you took the buzz away from LA Knight there.
Yeah, it kind of broke it up there.
Yeah. And then Roman. Even if nobody knew that Roman was going to win this match, his presence, his aura when he came out told you that he was going to win. Not because he was selling like, yeah, we already know I'm going to win. No. It's just a simple fact that like the way everybody else came out, like, yeah, they look good, but Roman is presented like he is not afraid. He has no fear whatsoever. Like, yeah, he's a tribal chief, but where's the drama? Sell us some drama, you know? That would, at the very least, show us that, you know, he is human and can lose.
It is a very good way of putting it. He walked into the ring very casual about it. Almost like, yeah, you are all actually beneath me at this point.
Exactly. And then they brought up, you know, the fact that he's been champion for 1,245 days.
Yeah,
man. Like,
but
that's
I mean,
big number,
I can wrap this match up in about 15 seconds.
Do it.
Fighting. Bunch of 1-2 oohs. Solo Sikoa, Simone spikes and spears and Superman punches and pins.
There you go. I mean, that's simplistic. Like, if you just really want to know the recap of it properly, go watch it. Go watch the match, and you can have your own opinion on it. And if you did watch the match, the ending was crap.
The ending was exactly what I knew it was going to be. I said there was only one of 2 possibilities as far as the pinfall. Is going to be Roman pins all 3 of them at the same time, or Roman pins AJ Styles. He can't pin LA Knight because LA Knight is too hard of an uprise right now.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton is too big of a comeback right now, so he can't pin him. And AJ Styles, nobody gives about. So,
listen.
Now, do we see all 3 of these guys in the Elimination Chamber?
Yes.
Definitely.
Wait, no, because the Elimination Chamber would just be for Raw guys.
Is it?
Yeah. The way that the Elimination Chamber typically runs is only 2 chamber matches. Being that Raw is going to need somebody to face Seth at Mania, well, Elimination Chamber is probably going to be for that, for the Raw side of things.
Oh, you don't see them possibly doing a Raw versus SmackDown?
Nah. I mean, if they did, then maybe you gonna have Randy, AJ, and LA Knight in there. But
because then if they did a Raw versus SmackDown, having those 3 represent Raw, having the turmoil between the 3 of them probably even growing after tonight's match, that would be a good pit against basically anyone from SmackDown.
Oh yeah, because I think we're definitely gonna have LA Knight telling AJ, I could have been champion if you wouldn't have gotten pinned by Roman, and starting a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be some back and forth because the look on Randy's face. So like, you guys really blew my opportunity.
Yeah, and I
honest
think
to God, it was Randy's night.
AJ taking the pinfall there, I think, is the best way to set up stories going forward as well.
Yeah,
especially because he was the one who started not trying to be a team with them so much. But does anybody have anything else about this match except for? I mean, we knew it was going to be Solo Sikoa. I almost was hoping somebody would come down and take out Solo Sikoa.
That would have been nice, but you're never going to get.
I'm surprised
unless the person got some kind of group, and Lone Wolf AJ has nobody.
I'm surprised Jimmy didn't show up.
Well, yeah. Jimmy was mentally preparing himself for the match.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, being in. Okay, yep, we'll get there.
He drew his number during during the pre-show or was it on SmackDown? I can't remember.
it was on SmackDown,
and he was
like, "Oh."
You could have just read it on his face. You're like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be there early."
Oh yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be early, but
my man, like, what's up, little
cuz? Be early.
What's up? Yeah, yeet. No yeet.
No yeet.
So our next match, which came after the world heavyweight champ. Oh yeah, Roman Reigns won. I mean, come on now.
I mean,
of course.
Our next match was for the United States title. Kevin Owens versus Grandmaster of All Wrestling, Logan Paul.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, this match, it did what it was supposed to do. I guess I really don't know because like the way that the story was going in, like you knew Logan had to win, and he was probably going to use some kind of nefarious means to beat KO. I thought they were just really just going to sell the point of Kevin Owens' hand being hurt, and like not being able to hit like the pop-up power bomb or the stunner or something of that nature. Like sell it that way. The fact that you brought brass knuckles in on the hand that was supposed to be broken, and he used I was like, what? Like, okay, I'll take it. Logan Paul walks out as your still United States champion due to disqualification. Who had that marked on their card, man? Who had that mark that he was gonna win by DQ?
I actually
really? You thought you thought Logan Paul was gonna win by DQ?
Yeah. It was the only logical thing. It really only made sense that Logan Paul was going to attempt to hit him with brass knuckles, but was not going to have the ability to do it. Didn't know that KO was going to use the knuckles, but I knew he was going to lose the match to DQ. For some reason, the knuckles went on his hand. I knew those knuckles were making an appearance.
Well, yeah, it's a Logan Paul match.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing. I can't speak highly enough about how talented Logan Paul is and how he can go in there with somebody like Rey Mysterio and put on a Rey Mysterio style match. He can go in there with somebody like Roman Reigns and put on a Roman Reigns style match. He can tit for tat like almost any wrestling style, but the endings are so gimmicky and cheap that it just sullies like I was trying to find that picture. Like instead of putting up this picture here of the Ian Still, I was trying to find that picture of him just doing that totally punchable smile. And I was gonna put that up there from the Ian Still from I can't remember, a couple pay-per-views ago where he just had that look, and I was like, I just want to punch him so bad.
Dude, like, Logan Paul is such a good bad guy. Like he is a great heel. I love to hate him. When he first appeared in the WWE, I was like, what is this Joker doing here? And then after like 2 or 3 matches, I was like, all right, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a student of the game. I can appreciate that in him, that he actually puts forth the effort that much. So
now I had in my guesses here that he was gonna win. But that's only because I had read somewhere that he actually re-signed a contract.
Wait, no. In your guess, you actually had KO winning.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Me and Sid the only two that had
Okay,
Logan winning.
I stuck to my guns then and didn't go with the information I had heard. Yeah, I heard he re-signed a contract and was saying something like, if this is gonna be what I'm gonna do, I might as well do it or something. I can't remember exactly what he said. Son along to like, if being a superstar is what he wants to do, then he might as well fully commit to it. And I don't know how big of a contract he signed, but I guess he's gonna be around for a while. So I figured with that he was probably gonna keep this title.
I'm
Honestly,
really
if I
glad
was
I don't
him,
look this stuff up.
I would go for a full-time contract and actually probably go with something like that of a Roman Reigns schedule, where I'm only there just a little while, you know, make an
Maybe he's
appearance here and
making
there
better
on
money
TV.
this way, though.
There's no way.
He could leverage his time. He goes, hey, I've only got this much time available. You want my contract for that much time? Give me this much money. And he can make more money that way instead of, hey, you buy me over the next 5 years for this amount of money, and then I have to put in this many performances for you.
Yeah. Works. Only big pay-per-view or,
Yep.
you know, every third pay-per-view or something like that there.
Yeah, but this was a very good match, sullied by a typical Logan Paul ending.
You know, I don't know that it was a very good match, though. It was a very short match.
Yeah.
Right. Now, this brings us to Sid. Go ahead with your theory.
Okay, so my original theory was about the Roman match. Were you on that one or are you on this one?
Well, I was over the pay-per-view in the whole.
Okay, so I thought we put the women's match first, just because we get that out of the way, and then that'll lead up to the rest of the stories. The four-way match had to be next so that we can see who was going to be the title holder for the men's rumble so that they could decide who's going to be going to WrestleMania. At that point, they want the men's rumble to be last so that they can have the surprise of who's going to be in the 30-man fight. The Logan Paul fight with KO just happened to be third because that was the slot for it. And my theory was that they were going to bring back someone like The Rock just to win the Rumble so that he could be like, I'm going to go take on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
No, he's on the board now. He could just walk in there and say, hey, I'm fighting Roman Reigns. You get back, Cody.
I guess he could, yeah.
Right.
All right, Kumno, what was your theory here?
Okay, so I was looking at it and I was like, these matches, the 4-way and the United States title match, extremely short. So I was like, okay, we got to be pulling some kind of segment, but no segment ever came anywhere. Because the segment that I actually thought that was going to come was going to be The Rock. I thought The Rock was going to come out there, talk to the people. Jinder was going to come out again. They was going to talk some smack and set up a match for, Elimination Chamber in Perth. This way, The Rock could actually have an opportunity to get in ring shape before Mania, because I figured he was going to be the one to face Roman at Mania.
That's what I thought, yeah.
But it didn't go that way. It did not go that way.
So we both leaned towards The Rock for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I thought I was fine with the women's Rumble being first. I just figured that they were going to flip-flop the middle two matches and have the Kevin Owens Logan Paul match second. Because sometimes the ending of the Rumble matches, can create a time crunch based on what they have played out. And there was no way they were going to shorten the Roman Reigns match.
Well, they did it. They made that 4-way a very short,
but they did
match.
And I don't know. I really didn't think the women's match ran long. Now, the men's match ran very long.
Did it run long, or did it just drag because it was nothing really there to excite you?
It didn't
outside of the opening.
How long did the men's Rumble go, by the way?
I don't know. I think they said What did they say Cody's time was? I didn't even put down Cody's time.
No.
I don't think. No, I didn't put down Cody's time, so I don't know. But I don't think it went that long. I think it was just a simple fact that it was just so lackluster, you know. Like we was expecting so much. You had the opportunity of a lifetime to truly set up Jay and Jimmy for Mania, you know. And I guess you could say they did it in a way, but like you didn't, sell that point home.
Oh, I totally called that though.
Right? Yeah, you did. You did.
I'm like, I need these two as the first two. What I really would have liked to have seen with this was Jimmy and Jay. They get in there and they just start tearing and throwing down.
Right. Yeah.
And then the next participant comes in, and then they double team them, hit them with like a 1D, and then super kick them and throw them out, and then just go back to brawling each other. And
That's
just
exactly what it was supposed to be.
Take out 2 or 3 people that way, and then somebody will come in and get the best of them.
Right. In which they had the perfect person to make that happen. They had Grayson Waller.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Like, why not take that opportunity to let them jack? Waller come out. He talks this smack.
They both
gets in the ring. He gets wrecked.
Well, yeah, because he talk bad about both of them, and they just take them out and then go right back to brawling each other.
That's funny.
Right.
That would have been
great. But I love that Andrade's back, even though everybody already knew that Andrade was going to be the one who he was coming back. He said it many a times that he wanted to come back home to WWE. So, happy for him that he's back. He get to travel around the world with his wife.
Yeah. But I was hoping for like the Attitude Era where like Jimmy and Jay start fighting, roll under the bottom ropes, and then they're back in the back fighting for 20 minutes or so and running around the arena.
Oh my God, that would have been perfect because that way you could have saved them for the final 6, had them come back to the ring. Then Jimmy gets eliminated. Jay makes it to the final 4 because everybody loves Jay right now.
Yep. Well, even Sammy, have him come back into the ring when Sami Zayn comes in at 30 and takes him out, and then
Yeah,
I was blown away that Sammy showed up.
It was very exciting.
It was. I was happy that he's healthy and that he has returned, but not at number 30.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, see, like I had Akira Tozawa to win, and he never even showed up.
Point exactly. Like, look, you could have put anybody in that 30 spot. Like once you see the number 30, you know that last person. You want something big. You want something major. Sammy's just wasn't that.
Like Batista.
the same way that Liv wasn't.
Well, that was
I don't know who people was expecting outside of The Rock. But
yeah, well, and like in the women's rumble, they had Tiffany Stratton come in at 29th.
Yeah,
I'd have had her come in.
29 for the men's was Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah, but they could have brought Stratton, and I think I would have brought Stratton in earlier and gave her some time to shine because she's an amazing wrestler.
She did fantastic tonight.
Yeah, I mean, she was hardly in the match for 10 minutes.
Yeah. I was super proud of Chelsea Green.
I love Chelsea Green.
I was super proud of her.
Chelsea was the best thing about well, not the best thing, but one of the best things about the Women's Rumble.
Oh man, I loved her parts that she played tonight so much. Every move, they just put her between the two.
Yes, and she understands it, in which that's perfect right there, that you understand, like, hey, my role isn't to come out here and be this intimidating champion. No, it's to come out here and be this person that everybody wants to see gets their comeuppance. And when it's time for me to get my comeuppance, I take them in the worst ways possible. And she nailed it.
She plays a great comic relief. Like she's almost I was gonna say she's almost like a female R-Truth, just there to be ridiculous and silly, but she's not even near as good as he is. That man is just phenomenal.
Right.
He's a
truth is a treasure.
Yeah.
Truth is a treasure. But just getting into it, let's see, was there anybody else of note? Pat McAfee had a little bit moment where he was supposed to be in it.
I can't stand that.
Right, yeah, like
he got up in there and like walked up to Omos and he's like stepped over the top rope.
Nope.
And then went in like he was going to challenge it and just eliminated himself. I hated it. Oh. That could have been anybody's spot. I heard rumors that X-Pac was going to come back for the Rumble.
I mean, even if he would have showed up, he would have been in there probably about as long as he was.
Right.
He wasn't going to get anything special.
But I mean, you could have given me anything. You could have given me the Hurricane coming back and just trying to power slam Omos.
Yeah, you could have had that. But
yeah, the Pat McAfee thing kind of upset me.
Yeah, listen, I feel you. But I like Pat, so I'm okay with it. But yeah, it wasn't needed. It wasn't needed. Shinsuke Nakamura, my God, the love that everybody still has for that man.
Yes,
they need to do something with him ASAP.
The thing is, they keep trying to push him as a heel,
but see, that's the thing. Heel Shinsuke can work. Like the way that Shinsuke is working right now, that's great. Everybody's loving it because they letting him be chaos Shinsuke.
Yeah,
from New Japan. Now, if Okada actually does come, maybe we can get a tag team out of the pairing. You know, a little shades of the faction chaos. Maybe, but I want them to do something with him.
Look, if you give heel Shinsuke a big push, once he gets to the top of the mountain again, he's not going to be the same Shinsuke he is now. That vicious side, he's not going to be targeting people just for the fun of it. He's not going to be ruthless, and then he's going to be relaxed. He's going to get doughy, and then somebody's going to take him down within 6 months.
Not chaos Shinsuke. Trust me, not chaos Shinsuke.
No, you're looking at chaos Shinsuke because he's got nothing. But once he's got something to lose, he can't be chaos Shinsuke.
No. I'm talking about the faction from New Japan called Chaos. And that iteration of Shinsuke, when he became champion, he became even more cutthroat. So yes, please, like continue with the Chaos Shinsuke and give me some good stuff. Like let my man hold the top title at least once before he retires.
Yeah, I feel like Shinsuke can't do right now. What they need is, since Roman is kind of part-time in it, like Seth being the fighting champion is wonderful. And Shinsuke right now is kind of one of those people that seems to be setting traps for everybody.
Yeah.
And you can't really set traps for everybody when everybody's already coming for you.
True. This is true. You can't set traps for people that's coming for you, but you can kind of guide who comes for you. And that's kind of what the motif was.
And if he gets some people with him, with Shinsuke and bring a faction over here, that would totally, like, anytime anybody even talks about challenging Shinsuke, they just destroy whoever even talks about challenging him.
Nah. Trust me, they set up much more intricate things, to tell the story between them. Because the way that the factions work, the only time like you're gonna get a jump in or something of that nature, if it's against another faction. Like it was Chaos, it was LIG, Bullet Club, and it was one more that I'm forgetting the name of right now. And it was like kind of like a turf war going on, and like it was, like I said, like it was magnificent. If you guys get the opportunity, go back and watch some New Japan stuff when Shinsuke was in Chaos, and you'll see what I'm talking about, and you'll understand it. Like it'll be so good. But just moving on, because I mean, we got down to the final four, which was Punk, Drew, Cody, and who was the other one? Damian Priest. Which not shocking, but kind of shocking. Damian Priest. No, not Damian
It
Priest.
was Gunther. Yeah,
I'm slow. It was Gunther.
it came down to the three that I had listed as my three that I thought were gonna win.
You know what? Literally, that's what it came down to.
I think in that order.
I mean, yeah, when you look at it, hold on, let's see. Yeah, that's actually how it went.
Or no,
Well, for me,
I had
it went in reverse, like because I had Cody being my number one.
Yep, in your order, you're right. You had first, second, third. I had all three of them listed too.
Yeah, Civ had the Rock. Boy, you were ready for the Rock, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
If the Rock would have showed up in this Rumble, my list would have just gone straight out the window. Like if the Rock does not show up to lose as something like this,
everybody's list would have went out the window.
if the Rock comes out at number 1, the Rock's winning this Rumble.
Yeah.
If the Rock come out at number 8, he winning the Rumble. Like,
yeah,
just know that the Rock is gonna win. But
the Rock came out at 31. They changed the rules, and he won the Rumble.
Look, listen. For a brief moment, I actually thought that was gonna happen because I was like, "Wait, this just don't seem right." It seemed like something else is supposed to happen here, but no, nothing ever happened. Gunther and Drew, man, they were presented like monsters. Love it. Even Damian Priest was presented like a monster in this one.
Yeah,
they was just tormenting everybody that they got their hands on, and when they made it to the final four, they was essentially just beating the living hell out of Punk and Cody.
Yep.
So much so to the point where that Punk eliminating Drew, like he was gassed, he couldn't get Drew over the rope. You know, sold that perfectly. Cody eliminating Gunther by barely hanging on to his head the same way, kind of how they did last year.
Yeah.
And able to get him out that way. It was a beautiful storytelling to keep them monsters. I don't know if Drew resigned. I hope he does, because it seems like Triple H is gonna treat him well. But ultimately came down to Punk and Cody. They had a good back and forth
they had some time.
Yeah, I want to say that was about what 6-7 minutes.
Yeah.
Like they damn near had a match, and it was good. Both of them telling their story about how, you know, it's my time. You know,
the thing is, they were wrestling so long that I thought shenanigans were going to ensue.
Exactly. That's why I said it feels like something else is supposed to happen. But no, it came down to the wire of them. The story that was told that led to the elimination was Punk said, "I did not come back. I did not make it this far just to lose to Dusty's kid."
And that's the minute I knew he was losing.
Right. That's the minute that you knew that he was losing. Cody reversed I don't know if Punk was going for a GTS or was he just carrying him over to the rope to throw him out. But either way, Cody reversed, yeeted Punk out of the ring. Cody Rhodes is the first back-to-back winner in over a decade. Congratulations, Cody Rhodes. You are like you showed, because Michael Cole was like, I wonder who he's gonna be. He's literally sitting up there fussing at Roman Reigns.
That's why I took this picture.
I'm whooping your ass this time.
Yeah, they were having a nice little screaming match there. Now Civ lost it whenever Punk hit that pedigree.
Oh, Punk hit the pedigree, and he looked at the camera and he said, "You believe I just did that shit?"
Right. I mean, hey, but that was great storytelling, though. Great storytelling.
Dude, how about when Cody threw him over the rope and he yelled, "I'm not Dusty's kid anymore"?
Like I said, like
yeah,
that was perfect to encapsulate the moment. Like, hey, you may not have come to lose to Dusty Kid, but you're gonna lose to Dusty Kid. And lo and behold, that's what happened. But here's my thing. The reason why I said Cody was gonna win was because Cody had to make it to Roman. And he had no other way to make it to Roman.
No, because Roman wouldn't have accepted a challenge.
Right.
Unless he had to.
So this was the best outcome. Punk can still go into Mania facing Seth if need be to have his WrestleMania main event moment. Like he can win a chamber match. He could him and Seth just essentially got beef. So I'm pretty sure like, hey Seth, fuck you. Fuck you. Meet me at Mania. Bet. Like that's all you need for them. So
yeah, I'm still worried about Seth for Mania.
Hopefully he gets better, man.
Right, because here's the thing, like he said, if he has the surgery, he's gone for that long. So I'm thinking what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to keep him sidelined as much as they can and allow him to, remain fresh and heal naturally. Because if you heal naturally, you're gone for about anywhere between 8 to 16 weeks. But if you get that surgery, he's gone. He's gone for a minute. And that's only if he has to have one surgery. If he had to have multiple, oof.
Me and Sid were talking the other day about the surprise that Damian Priest didn't cash in his briefcase.
Yeah.
Whenever Seth was in the ring saying he's going to be out for a couple months. Because I mean, if something does happen and Seth's out for a couple months, that contract is just going to expire because Damian Priest has no reason to go after Roman Reigns.
I feel like this. I feel like the best thing that you could do would be have Damian Priest cash in at WrestleMania, not to make any match a triple threat, but after the person wins. And I believe the best person that he could do that on would probably be Cody Rhodes. If you're going to keep a Judgment Day together, go after Cody because honestly, Cody's kind of better chasing the title.
Yep, Cody is the best underdog.
Could you imagine how heartbreaking that would be? He beats Roman Reigns only to lose the title to Damian Priest 5 minutes later. He finished his story. He lived the dream finally to lose it 5 minutes after he lived it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be
and that's going to be the motivation to keep him going because I mean, you give him that title, what's your next move? What's your next story? What is his motivation now? Just to remain champion?
No, you're just gonna have him like Sisyphus, just rolling the rock up the hill to watch it roll back down the hill. Rolling the rock up the hill. And he's gonna finally reach the pinnacle, and we're all gonna absolutely hate Damian Priest for being as wonderful as he is.
Bingo. Because like I said, if you're gonna keep Judgment Day together, you might as well do that.
Yep. But yep, Cody took it down. Very good Rumble. My only real qualms were the Pat McAfee thing, and man, I don't know why, but I was just really hoping for Braun Strowman, and then I got Braun Breaker, which is exciting because I love him.
Braun is with the company, ain't he?
Yeah,
and he got cleared like a couple of months ago. So why wasn't he there?
No clue. I was really hoping for that. I'll tell you what, though, I'd love to see Braun Strowman versus Braun Breaker.
Hey, yeah, that'd be really good. But it looks like they're gonna try to set up what it is, Omos and Braun.
Omos. Which if you've ever seen Omos like in real life, like he is a big like comic book nerd and like super super nice, and then you see him in the ring and he's just like this. I don't know. I don't want to say they play him like a Neanderthal, but they kind of do. Like he just screams and grunts and throws people around, and like he'd be a great put him in the New Day. I don't care.
Nah, you can't put him in the New Day.
I mean, but like
don't get me wrong. Like he does. Like I know he does all that. I ain't never met him in real life, but I know he do this because like I've seen socials and stuff of this nature of him just chilling and everything. But he can't go in the New Day. He can't go in the New Day.
I mean, just make him go in there. Just give him. He needs to be positive. Just make a big old guy big old huggable teddy bear.
Nah, Nah, you need to. You got to do something with him, but New Day is not it. It don't fit his motif.
I feel like we need to see the lighter side of Omos, and
we do. They need to actually let him show his personality. But
he's
the New
big
Day
and he's getting a lot better.
Yeah, he is.
Every time you see him, he's improving. Like he was impressive tonight in the Rumble, and I'll probably go back and watch it again tomorrow because I was kind of taking a lot of notes and stuff tonight. So
yeah,
I'll probably go back and watch it purely tomorrow just to watch it.
Yeah, I went overboard, and that's how I ended up missing stuff because I was trying to watch intently to make sure that I don't miss nothing, and then I look down to start typing, and then I miss something.
Right. Well, I was kind of
about getting Google to transcribe your thoughts as you watch the thing.
Well, see, when you got a child named Pollywog that likes to scream and holler about everything,
okay,
that makes that kind of rough. So,
and then there's my wife who's like, "What's R-Truth doing in the Women's Rumble?" she had to work tonight, so she came down right then, and she's like, "What's he doing?"
He's being glorious. Why we didn't see Bobby Roode?
Oh, right. I was just watching the Rumble the other day where Lesnar was just eliminating everybody, and then Bobby Roode came out, and I was like, "Man, I miss him so much."
Right, like that would have been a good number 30. It just go quiet, and then all of a sudden you hear glorious. Crowd would have went nuts.
John Cena was actually there. You just
John Cena ain't ready to go though.
You couldn't see him.
So where do we back, but he definitely can't go. He has surgery.
I honestly feel if Cena comes back, it's going to be
post-Mania.
Yeah. Now, where do we feel this goes for Elimination Chamber? Who do we think? Cody's going to have to face somebody Elimination Chamber.
Don't even know, man. I have no clue about what's coming for Elimination Chamber. Not prepared to make any guesses about it.
Is it Solo? Because we've already seen him beat Solo. He delivered Solo his first major loss.
No, you probably going to give him another Raw guy before he goes off to face Roman. So maybe Drew?
I don't know. It's hard to tell, really. It's hard to tell going, like, this is kind of the kickoff to the road to WrestleMania. And on the guys' side, there's really a lot of different ways they could go, which is good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a couple years where you could just see the road to WrestleMania and everything just goes exactly the way you planned. This kind of broke it up a little bit.
Yeah, it did, and that monotony is good to be broken up. For the women's side, I really feel like it's gonna be Becky, and I feel like they're gonna do a chamber match. It's either they're gonna do a chamber match or it's just gonna come down to Becky and Nia having a match, number one contender match, and Becky's gonna have to win that match. That's the only one that
yeah, I feel like if they have a chamber match for the number one contendership and Becky's in it, she's going to win.
Yeah.
Then again, it was nice seeing Zoe Stark tonight too.
Yeah.
I really like her.
But being that the way that they done put her on the back burner and just got a team in with Shayna Baszler, like that was my complaint before when she was facing Rhea. Like, who is she? Like, why am I caring about her? Give me a reason to care about her, you know?
And like, I'm hoping they set up the Jay versus Jimmy.
I'm hoping
like we can even do Elimination Chamber Cody and Jay versus Jimmy and Solo.
I mean, if you want to go that route, sure. To help set it up, I guess, yeah. You know, Jay could be Cody's backup heading over there to SmackDown, knowing that Cody's outnumbered. It'll make for good showing. So
yeah, it's definitely interesting because there's not clear roads, and that's kind of what I like. Plus, we still got the Rock in the wings somewhere.
Do we? Do we? Now that Cody can finish his story, do we still have the Rock?
I always hope for the Rock.
I mean, hey, he's sitting at the head of the table like he asked us.
He does have his name back.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I really, Jimmy, I agree with you there. I wish Jay would have made a longer run into the Rumble. I was saying a little bit ago, I wish that Jimmy and Jay would have brawled on the outside and disappeared for a little bit. Then they came back in. I wish Jay would have at least been in the final six, final four even.
Yeah. Now he should have been in the final four. The final four should have really been Punk, Cody, Jay, and probably Gunther.
Yeah.
Drew needed to be screwed one more time. And that would have been that selling point.
Do you guys have anything else, or are we putting a pin in this?
Ooh, I didn't see anything of noteworthy from the press conference. So
no. All right.
I don't have anything to add.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go watch that now. I'm definitely not gonna get back on Power World.
Wow. Wow, yeah. We gotta stay away from Power World, you know.
Certainly.
That's taking all of our time and attention.
Right. But this was a very good pay-per-view. I give this one a 7 out of 10.
Yes, like I said, 7 out of 10 because it checked the boxes. It gave us Cody finishing his story, supposedly. It gave us Bayley starting / finishing her story.
Oh, Roman wasn't in the Rumble because he didn't need to be in the Rumble.
Right. Why would Roman be in the Rumble? Why did Roman Reigns not be?
Nobody else can challenge him.
Right. He is the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion. What does he need to be in the Royal Rumble for?
Actually, looking at that, I mean, could you see Roman entering the Rumble, winning the Rumble, and then telling Nick Aldis, there. Now I don't have to even have a match at WrestleMania. What am I going to do? Face myself?
Walk Tall is the best Dwayne Johnson movie, by the way.
Walking Tall?
Yeah.
Man. I don't know.
You know what? It really was a good movie.
Listen, it's Moana.
You want to get the hell out of here, man?
It's Moana.
Yeah. I got to go see it. Walking Tall.
It's a good movie, man.
Yeah, really good movie.
Central Intelligence is pretty funny though.
It was all right. It was okay.
Favorite and worst gimmick match? My favorite gimmick match is the Royal Rumble.
Favorite gimmick match? I would probably say Elimination Chamber. My favorite.
My favorite is the TLC.
I knew I almost went with TLC. That's a good one. Least favorite gimmick match? What is it? Judy Bagwell on a pole?
You know what? Custody of Dominic Mysterio.
I'm going to go with Inferno matches. I hated those. All you had to do is throw their foot on the fire. That's it.
Yeah. Or First Blood. And you knew the person that had their full body covered was going to be the one to get set on fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think the Shield will ever reunite. I'll tell you what, Jimmy, if we get enough people watching this, maybe we'll just do one of these crazy Q&As.
Yeah.
If you want to come on over, join the Showboys Discord, talk wrestling with us all the time. Favorite tag team finisher. All right, this is the last one.
Ooh.
Deadly Death Drop.
Oh, what? Favorite tag team though was the Hardy Boys for me. Favorite finisher was the 3D.
Yeah, so I'm talking about the Deadly Death Drop.
I know, man.
There you go. Favorite tag teams, Edge and Christian.
Favorite tag team, I would probably have to say the Rockers.
There you go.
But favorite tag move?
Favorite tag move?
Uh-huh.
Super kicking. Sweet chin music into the pedigree. DX.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
All right, guys, we're shutting this down. But yeah, come over to the Discord, talk wrestling with us.
Yeah, come to the Discord, talk to us. You can make fun of us even if you want to.
Let's see. The next pay-per-view is Elimination Chamber. Right?
And we will be back to take over for that one. That's right.
Oh, yes, we will.
Now, no, we won't be in Australia because,
maybe
that's the land of nope, and I ain't going over there.
We may have to work on a recording issue of that. We probably won't be able to do that one live directly after the pay-per-view because I'm working midnights during that one.
Perth is going to be early, isn't it?
You know what? Maybe.
It is. Maybe. I think it's starting Eastern at like 5 a.m. I think that's starting our time at 5 a.m. So we could do it live, but it would be at like.
I don't care. I'm watching that thing live anyway, so I'm going to be
watching it live too. So yeah, watch for us. It'll probably be around like 11 whenever Elimination Chambers ends. If Kumino's available.
Just follow just join the Discord and trust me, we will have everything figured out. You guys would know as soon as we know.
Which will probably be the day of, but yeah, I appreciate you guys. If you're interested, definitely join the Discord. Check out the regular show, boys, who are definitely not as entertaining. I mean, come on now.
Nowhere near. And, plus, I defeated 2 of them to be the world champion. Okay.
I don't know anything about that, but also you can come check me out on Twitch over Ugly Kid Joe Cross. Kumino.
You can catch me over at Twitch at Kumino the Don. All one word. DADON.
And then you can catch me at Twitch, Bio Assassin. Very easy.
Or looking through your window.
Yeah, especially if you're on the second floor. I like to hover.
Yeah. All right. Take care, guys. Have a great night. And thank you so much for listening.